Alright, welcome back. How's it going? We paid off our debt to Tom Nook. Our house is gonna get upgraded tomorrow, but I figured today we can get some little chores done, but I also want to make our town flag. I think I'm gonna make all of the custom designs for this island myself. Let's get it going though. It'll be fun. Okay, so we have open our little thingamaboodle. I'm gonna just set the background to be a grayish color. We'll do not this dark of a gray. Oh, I can't change the colors yet because I didn't buy the thing. All right, hold on, pause. We gotta go back. Let's see if we can buy that thing. Naturally, we gotta go with the pro editor. Oh, it's 8. Wait, how much is this? Miles plus only. What does that mean? Oh, I have to own a house first? That's not fair. So we can't even get the proper color until tomorrow. Sag. What we're gonna do instead is just find a color palette that kind of goes along with what I want. Probably this one is closest. We'll change the colors after the fact. But for now, I think this one would be fine. Don't worry about it. If you can't make it the way you want it, that's okay. We can always figure it out together later. Alright, so this is voiceover Kuri. I figure this is a little easier than me scrambling to figure out what the heck I'm trying to do during this whole build. But I figure I'll kind of talk you through how I went about making this flag and, you know, starting out with the outlines of the kind of ship wheel I'm going for. The theme, obviously, being Lith Harbor, so I kind of took the Lith Harbor emblem. There's like a pixel art for it in MapleStory. Every major town has these, even South Perry had one. But I'm just kind of working on the outline of the ship wheel using the dark blue, which will probably switch over to black. I don't have the colors yet, but we're gonna like just swap the color palettes over once we get the pro, when our house gets like fulfilled. So it's kind of wonky to just start off, but hey, you know what? It worked out pretty well. You'll definitely see me making mistakes every here and there and try to count properly, because pixel art is all about counting your pixels and making sure they're nice and even. So especially when you're at an angle, you have to do things like a little bit differently. But you can kind of see the wheel taking shape, like the little spokes where the captain would be kind of turning the wheel itself. I'm gonna use like a lot of dark blues because blue is very prominent in this design. This is the darkest blue I had available in the color, so I'm going to use that for the darkest parts and then use the white for the highlight, even though I think I might end up changing this white afterward, changing it to like a lighter bluish gray. All the orange and yellows, I'm actually going to switch over to brown colors because I want it to be a wooden wheel, but since, again, I don't have the color palette yet, I'm just going to use these bright oranges, and actually it's really helpful to see using like a really different color palette than what I was expecting to use, because I don't get the colors as mixed up. I'm like, okay, this one's a really vibrant yellow versus this one, which is a dark orange. So it actually did work out pretty well, and you can kind of see like adding the texture, adding the shine to the wood, adding like the little divoted ends. And then pink was going to be just one of those spare colors that like there's very small accent colors, so I added a couple of pink around just to kind of, one, mark those spots, and two, remind myself that I'm gonna add an extra color that's that light pink color. And it's gonna be a brown, but we're gonna kind of convert it into like a reddish brown. So just filling in the inside of the wheel, kind of getting all those yellows and oranges in place so they can be converted over eventually. I love the fill tool, it makes my life so much easier. And you can see like the darker orange is going to be all the shadow, like where it kind of cuts in, and then obviously the lighter is where the light's hitting it. I'm not really good at shading, so I was really glad to have this kind of guide of a MapleStory emblem, which happened to be like a really good pixel art size for these flags. So if you're ever looking for inspiration for your flags, check out the MapleStory emblems for the towns, because they are spot on perfect to fit in these little flag places. And just finishing up the last spoke on this wheel, filling in all the highlights, putting in all the shadows. It's a little hard to count because I was switching back and forth with the colors, trying to get it pretty accurate. I was like, it doesn't have to be exact, but it still would be really nice to have the colors fairly accurate. Just that way when they switch over, I won't have to worry about like, oh, well, I made this indent wrong, or I made this shadow wrong. So I was trying to be as accurate as possible, even though I was using completely different colors. And next is to put in the texture of this blue behind it. So this is just kind of like an accent color blue. It's not really part of the ship wheel, but I love the aesthetic of Lith Harbor. Very similar to South Perry. It's more of like a beefed up South Perry, where it's completely like kind of like those Greek towns with the blue and the whites. So I think I might go with that for a theme in general. I think that would be really fun to try to do. But in the meantime, we got our nice little blue and white and yellow instead of brown. But again, these colors aren't exactly what they're gonna end up being. I think the tealish blue is probably the closest to what we need it to be. I'm gonna keep using these highlighted blues. It is a good guide to kind of figure out like what the texture is. And I wanted to put an outline. I wasn't sure if I wanted it white or not, but I think I'm gonna use red for now. That way we can adjust it if we want it to be white or not. And da-da-da-da-da-da. There it is! All right, we've upgraded. We're gonna redeem Nook Miles. We're gonna get the pro editor. Yes. We can now officially properly color our flag. Let's fix this flag that's really crazy looking right now. Oh, I'm so excited. We are going to change the color. Let's start from the dark. This is gonna be a nice dark, unsaturated brown. Like that. That's a good color. This one is gonna be a more saturated brown. Like that. This one is gonna be really unsaturated, but not as dark. And it's gonna be more toward the orange. Like that. That smoothed that out pretty nicely. This pink color, we're going to orange. Okay, now let's adjust the blues. This dark blue is gonna go more toward the tealish colors and be nice and dark. This dark blue is also gonna be going more towards tealish, but it's gonna be super dark. And then this light blue, we want more teal. We'll make this more tealish too. This color's good. This dark color, we can basically make black. The red color, we will make some other shade. Maybe like a cyan, an unsaturated cyan. I wonder if we can find like an ocean green color. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That already looks a million times better. The only thing I think I want to do is add this pink color. And we're just going to add some pink in here for these highlights. We're going to add a slightly different color highlight here. And then we're going to adjust this color like that. Also, this color is still really vibrant, so I might adjust this one a little bit. There we go. That's better. I guess we can just do this. Oh, that one's kind of nice. It's like a grayish blue. It's not too, like, outlandish. I think that's it. That's the new flag. We did it! It looks so much better! Look at that! Beautiful. Alright. Now we'll use movie magic to go put it on our flag. So let's go put it on the flag. Unfortunately, I don't have a flag, and it's taking a little longer than I expected, so we get to preview the flag this way. I'd say it turned out pretty good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. And if you have any other things you want me to make designs for, let me know, and maybe we'll do some tutorials for it. All right, see you on the next one. Bye!